Hello fam, welcome back to the channel. Look who is back with another beautiful tutorial. Yes, in my previous videos I've been promising that I'm going to make a dress. I'm going to drop a tutorial on a dress, and guess what, I am here with this beautiful patterned dress. Look at the stitch we'll be working on today. It's quite similar to the previous stitches we worked on, the X stitch. The previous X stitch we used two double crochet to work the X stitch, but this one we'll be using 3 double crochets. Look at that stitch, very beautiful. And we'll be making this lovely Christmas themed dress. And if you are making it just a regular dress, you might not be needing this 4 yarn which I use for the trim. You might just be using your regular normal yarn, and the bow you might want to skip the bow, and if you like the details you can go ahead and add it as well. So jumping into the materials we'll be needing, I'll be using YALL, my regular brand, because that's what is common here in Nigeria, and I'll be doubling my strand as usual. It's around 40 grams, I guess, around 40. Here is that. I can't find that. It's 40 grams, sha. So I'll be using around 6 balls of this, because this pattern is quite, I think it consumes yarn a little. So I'll be using 6 balls of this 4 yarn. This is 100 grams. This is what I have left after working my project. Out of 100 grams, this is what I have left, so you'll not be finishing it. And we'll be needing a ribbon, 2-inch. Let me measure that. 2 inches wide, 2 inches wide for the bow. If you don't want a statement bow like this, if you don't want it as big as this, you can go ahead and use a smaller bow. So I'll be using this. I'll be using tape measure to take some measurements. We'll be needing few stitch markers, I think around 2. We'll be needing tapestry needle to weave in our hands. We're needing scissors to cut, and we'll be using a size 4 mm hook. Can you see that? Okay, we're using size 4 mm hook. And what else? I think that is all we'll be needing for the dress. So let's get into the video. Thank you. And yeah, if you're not a subscriber yet, please click the subscribe button, join the family, please. And to my returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you. We are over 500 now. 500. We have over 500 subscribers. A very big thank you to all of you. Thank you for the support, and yes, the comments, and some even drop messages for me. Drop message for me on WhatsApp, some of my in my Instagram. Thank you so much for the love and the support. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into the video. Yeah, so we'll be starting with our foundation chain. So with my 4 mm hook. Like I said earlier, this dress can be made in any color of your choice. And the reason I'm making it in red and white with a touch of black is because it is festive period, and I felt, okay, let's make a Christmas themed dress. So it can be made for any occasion. You can make it in any color. And for the 4 yarn, if you don't have it, you can substitute it with a normal white yarn in case you don't have it. So to kickstart, I will be making a slip knot just like that. My slip knot. So I'm making this dress for 0 to 6 months or 3 to 6 months. So for that, the chest round is 18 inches. So I'll be making a chain that is 18 inches divided by 2. That is 9 inches, right? So I'll be making a chain that is 9 inches long. So if you're making for 0 to 3 months, if you're making for 6 to 12 months, that will be 20 inches for chest round. So your foundation chain will be for 10 inches long. For 0 to 3 months, I think the chest round should be around 16, 17. So you're going to be making a chain that is half of that. So I'll be dropping the size chart in the description box, so you can check that out for the size you are making. So to kickstart, I'll be making a chain that is 9 inches long. 1, 2, 3. So I'll go ahead and make my chains. So I have my foundation chain. I have 40 chains here, and I have my 9 inches. If stretched, it will be more than 9, but this is what I have. This is what I want. 9 inches, and I have 40. So to continue to proceed, I'm going to going to chain up 2 more, 1, 1 and 2. So that's 42, yarn over. So I'll go into the 4th chain, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inside the 4th chain, in the back bump, I'm going to flip my chain over. So into the back bump, right there, I'm going to be making my first double crochet. So into the next one, be working in the back bumps of everything. I'll work my double crochet. So I'm going to the back bump again. So I'll go ahead and work 1 double crochet into all the back bumps. So including my chain 3, I'm going to be having 40 double crochets in total. So I have my double crochet completed. So moving to the next row, I'm going to turn my work. Instead of chaining 3, I don't like the space I used to have if I chain 3 for my double crochet. So this is what we're going to do. Right inside, so right inside our very first stitch, I'll go inside, work a single crochet. So camera is not okay. So after working my single crochet, I'll go by the side of my stitch like that. I have 2 loops, then put through, that's like 2 single crochets. So I have my first double crochet done. So I'll go ahead into the next stitch, work my double crochet, into the next stitch, work my double crochet. So I'll go ahead and work all my double crochet, work double crochet into all the stitches, and don't forget our last double crochet will be on top of the 3 chains that we skip at the beginning. So our last double crochet will be on it. So go ahead and work yours. So I have my second row completed. This is what my project looks like. So moving on to the 3rd row, it's a repetition row now. So I'll go into my first stitch, work a single crochet, then go by the side of my stitch, pull out the loop, and work another single crochet. So I have my first double crochet like that. So I'll go ahead and work my double crochet into all the stitches. So I'm going to be repeating this until I have 7 inches in total, 7 inches long. I'm making for 0 to 6 months. If I'm making for 0 to 3 months, you'll be doing yours until you have 6 inches. If you are doing for 12 months until you have 8 inches, 18 months until you have 8.5 inches. So like that, I'm going to be leaving the size chart in the description box. So go ahead and work yours onto the measurement you need. So once I reach 7 inches, I'll come back and I'll show you what next to do. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 16 rows here, and I have my 7 inches, a little above 7 inches though. So you can see the edge of our project. You can see how straight and clean it is. So moving on to the next thing, I'm going to be marking the very middle stitch of my project. If your foundation chain is an odd number, you mark the very stitch, but since mine is even number, I'll be marking the 2 middle stitch. So I counted from here to the middle 20, from here also to this place 20. So I marked the 2 middle stitch. So from the next stitch, I'm going to be measuring 3 inches. So 3 inches, and I'll mark the next stitch. This is 3 inches right on this stitch, so I'll be marking here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll be working 6 stitches by the sides. We are trying to shape the neckline of our project, of our dress. So that means I'll be leaving 6 here. I'll be working 6 stitches here, working 6 stitches here. So 6 plus 6, that's 12. 12 minus 40 is 28. So I will start our next row. I'll flip my work over and work my single crochet to the first stitch, then work single crochet inside the stitch, just as we've been doing. So that's the first, second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'll go ahead and chain 28, the number of stitches you are leaving in the middle. The thing is, For the measurement I took, the 3 inches by each side is for 0 to 12 months. So if you are doing for 12 months above, you might be considering 3.5 or 4. It depends on the size you are making. But for 0 to 12 months, it's the same thing. You measure 3 inches by this side, 3 inches by this side, and mark your and work on your remaining stitches. So I have 6 stitches left. Now I work my 6 stitches already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I work my 6 stitches already. Then I'm going to be skipping 28 stitches and work the remaining 6 stitches by this side. So to skip the 20 stitches, I'm going to chain 28. I'll be chaining 28. So okay, 1, 2. So I'll go ahead and chain 28. So I have my 28 chains already. So I'll yarn over like I will do my normal double crochet, then go into the, I'm working 6 stitches, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. So I'll go inside and work my double crochet just like that. So that's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and the very last one. So this is what we have. We have our neckline shaped already. This is the neckline. So moving to the next row, I'm going to turn my work like we've been doing. Single crochet without chaining, single crochet, then go by the side into my stitch, work another single crochet. So that's my first double crochet. I work double crochets until I get to my chain. So just working my regular double crochets. So there, I'm already at the chain. So I'm going to be working in the back bump. You can see that is the bump that is facing us. So here is the first bump right here. I'm going to be working my first double crochet in there, right inside. Can be tricky, but we must find our way inside. So I'll work my first double crochet. Now into the next bump, which is this. I'll work my next double crochet. So practically that's what we'll be doing for this row. We'll be working a regular double crochet. So I'll go ahead, work double crochet into all the chains. So I should be having 28 double crochets since we chained 28 chains. So I'll be having 28 double crochet, then I'll continue my regular double crochet into my stitches. So when I'm done with this row, I'll come back, show you the next thing. So this is what I have right now. Let me remove my stitch markers. So this is what we have. We're just going to be repeating our double crochet. I worked 16 rows here, so I'm going to do the same thing until I have 16 rows for this side as well. So we are working the back panel already. So just like we've been doing, I'll go inside, single crochet. Now I'll go into my stitch and work a single crochet. So that's my first double crochet. So now we are just going to be working into our stitches. So just work double crochet around, work your double crochet back and forth until you have the same number of rows you have for the front panel. You have the same number of rows for this side. So I have the required rows done already. So I had 16 for the first. This is where I started. This is my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I had 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I had 16 by this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 also for this side. So now we'll be joining our piece together. Make sure the two ends are equal and same. So I'll be measuring out for 0 to 3 months. You will be measuring 3.25 for the armhole. For 3 to 6 months or 0 to 6 months, which I'm doing, we're measuring 3.5. For 12 months, you'll be measuring 3.75. For 18 months, you'll be measuring 4 inches. For 2 years, you'll be measuring 4.25. For 4 years, 4.75. I'll be leaving the measurements on the screen so that you can know what you'll be measuring for the size you're working on. So for the armhole, you'll be measuring from your neckline. So measuring 3.5. So from here, this is 3.5. Stitch marker. It's very light. So this will be the armhole. I'm going to be joining this end. So I'll do the same for the second line. 3.5. Yeah. So to join our piece, I'm going to be starting my hook into the second side. Grab my loop and chain 1. I want to hide this end as I work. So I'll chain 1. So I'll be working 2 single crochets into each double crochet row. So this is our first double crochet. Starting from this side. So you're working on the same thing for the 2 panels. So this is 1. Okay, I said I want to hide this end. So this should be here. So right there for the one on the back. That's the first single crochet. I'm going into my stitches. So right there. I'm going to the stitch at the back. Follow my loop, then work my second single crochet. So this is the next double crochet row. To this ridge, I'll go inside. Do the same thing for the back. That's my first single. I'll go into the stitch. Right inside the stitch. Then I'll do the same thing for the back. I'll work my single crochet just like that. So I'll go ahead 2 single crochet for each row until I reach where my stitch marker is. So I've worked to where I marked my work. So instead of cutting and coming back to work the armhole, so I just want to do that right now because I'll be finishing off the arm with the 4 yarn to make our ruffles. So you know we are joining the 2 ends together, but now I'm going to be splitting it, and I'm still going to be working 2 single crochets into each double crochet. So I'll go into my double crochet, first single, go into this ridge. Can you see I'm not joining the back again? So I'll work my single crochet, then I'll go into my stitch, work my single to the ridge, work my single right there inside the stitch, work my single crochet inside the ridge. So I'll just go ahead, work my single crochet round till I get to this point right here. So I work my single crochets round. So I'm going to be slip stitching into the single crochet right opposite it right here. Just go ahead and slip stitch. So I chain 1 and cut. So this is what we have. We have the first side and our armhole done. So I'll go ahead and repeat the same thing for this side. So when I'm done, we start working on the skirt, the lower part, and at the end of everything we are going to be doing our ruffles here also for the second arm, and we are going to be doing a little details around the neckline also. So to work our skirt, I joined my yarn by the side. You can decide to join it anyway. So I chained 1. I'll be working with single crochet. So I'll be working 3 single crochets inside each stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3 because I want my dress to be very, very ruffled. So into the next stitch, I work 3 single crochets. So to the next stitch, which is this, work 3 single crochet as well. This side can be a little tricky because this is where we worked our foundation chain that we worked into the back bump, so it can be a little hard. So the last one. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and work 3 single crochets into all my stitches round until I come back here where I started. So this is what I have. My work is ruffling up already. So now to start our pattern, I'm going to be, I slip stitched into the first single crochet, so I'll slip stitch into the next and chain up 3, which stands for our first double crochet. Now double crochet into the next stitch. So after double crochet into the next stitch, I'll go back into the previous stitch where I slip stitched. This is similar to X stitch right here. It's just a little different right there. Here's my next stitch. I'm going to be skipping. Okay, I think I worked here already. Here's my next stitch. I'm going to be skipping it. I work double crochet here, double crochet into the next, then I'll go back into the one I skipped, which is this. I'll go back and work a double crochet. This is quite similar to the X stitch, but just a little different. This is where I work my last stitch. This is the next stitch where I'm supposed to work. I'm going to be skipping it, going to the next one. Work my first double into the next stitch. I work my double, and I'll go back into the stitch I skipped and work double again. Here is the next stitch. I'll skip it into the next. This is the next stitch. I'll skip into the following one. I'll work my double crochet into the next one. I'll work my double crochet. Then the one I skipped, I'll go back and work a double crochet inside. Very, very similar to the X stitch. Again, let me show you again. This is our next stitch. Try as much as possible to look into your stitches very well so that you not end up skipping any stitch. So I worked here already. So this is my next stitch. I'm going to be skipping it. Then I'll go into the next one, which is this. I'll work my double crochet. 1. The next one, then 2. So I'll go back to where I skipped, which is this. I'll go back and work my double crochet. Again, skip here, the next double into the next double, go back to the one I skipped and work double. So this will be our repeat. So I'll go ahead and do this round. When I'm done, I'll come and show you how we are going to start our next row, because it will be a repeat round now. Repeat round. This is what we are going to be doing till we get to the desired length. But when I'm done with this round, I'll come back and I'll show you how to start off again. So I've come to the end of the round. Our pattern might not be really visible now, but as we proceed, the pattern will become more visible and beautiful. We are going to be seeing the beauty of the pattern. So I'm here at the end of the round, so I'll just go ahead. This is a chain 3. I'm going to stitch right in there, not too tight. Then I'll go ahead and slip stitch into the next double crochet. I'll chain up 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. That's my first double crochet. I'll go into the next, work my double crochet. Then I'll go back into my chain 3 where we did our first slip stitch, which is a, I'll go back and work double crochet inside, just like that. That's our first X stitch. So this is our next stitch. You can see that we've worked inside this stitch. So this is our next stitch. I'm going to skip it into the next one. I'll work double crochet into the next. I'll work double crochet. So I'll go ahead, go back to the one I skipped, and work double crochet just like that. Let me show you one more time. This is the next stitch. We've worked already inside this one. This is the next stitch. I'm going to skip it into this one, into the make my first double. Then I'll go into the next one. I'll make my second double crochet. Then I'll go back to the one I skipped, which is this. I'll go back and work my double crochet. So this will be the repeat. I'll go around, work my stitches. Then when I come to the end, I'll slip stitch, and I'll show you one more time how to start our round. So I've come to the end of the second round. You can see our pattern is coming out beautifully already. Look at that. So we are going to be getting the real beauty when we have many rows done. So I'm going to be slip stitching on top of the third chain. I'm going to be working back in here. So I'll slip stitch into the next stitch lightly. Then I'll chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the next stitch. Then I'll go back into that place where I did my first slip stitch. Top of the 3 chain, go inside, grab my yarn, and work my double crochet. That's my first one. So moving to the next one. I've worked here, so this is the next stitch. I'll skip it. I'll go here. I'll skip this, go into this one, and double crochet, go into the next one, and go back to the one I skipped, which is this. Again, I'll skip this, go into the next, go into the next, then back to where I skipped. Skip this, go here. To the next one, double, then go back to where I skipped, just this. So we'll continue with this pattern just like this. We'll continue working it until your desired length. I'm actually going to stop when I have like an inch left to my desired length, so I'll be using my 4 yarn to finish it off. So go ahead and continue repeating this, and I'll come back and show you how we use our 4 yarn for the trim and little details for the neckline, and work the ruffles for the armhole for the sleeves. So I'll come back and show you that. So this is what our project is looking like right now, and you should have something like this as well. And this is what the pattern looks like. You know, I told you this is going to come out really nice. Look at that stitch, as in it's so beautiful. Look at that. I made about 17 rows. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. Made about 17 rows. So let's measure that. Let's see what we have in length. I have about 15 and a half here. So I'm okay with this length. You might not need to do up to this, depends on the size you're working on. So I'll be grabbing my 4 yarn. Let me pull that up a little. I'll be grabbing my 4 yarn. So I'm just going to be using that as a trim for, okay, before I use that, in case you're not using 4 yarn, in case you just want to use a regular normal yarn for your, in case you're not making this for Christmas outfits, or you're just making this on just a regular dress for your baby or your clients, I'm going to suggest this edging. After making my slip stitch, I'm going to chain 1. So I'm going to be working single crochets. I'll do the first one, 1, 2, right there, 3. I made 3 single crochets, so I'll chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. Then I'll slip stitch at the base of my single crochet. You can see this is my single crochet. You can see the 2 loops, so I'm going to go to the one in the front facing me. Now pick the stitch by the side, so pick that and work a slip stitch. Then I'll go ahead and make 3 single crochets again, 1, 2, 3. This is what we call the picot stitch. I'll chain up 3 again, 1, 2, 3. Then I'll go inside the stitch and by the stitch right there, and I'll make a slip stitch. Then I'll go ahead and make 3 again, 1, 2, 3. It's totally up to you. If you don't like this edging, then you can go ahead and do any edging you want. Let me show you that again. I'll chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I'll go inside the stitch. Then by the side here, go inside, and I'll work a slip stitch right there. Work 3 again, 1, 2, 3. So that's just it, in case you are using your regular yarn to make your edging. So if you are doing that, if you are doing this edging, you can just do this and repeat the same thing for the armhole and the neckline. So but I am not using this for my dress because I'm using 4 yarn for the trim of my dress. So I'll just loosen this and I'll chain 1 and cut my yarn. So I made a slip knot with my 4 yarn. This yarn can be, I want to work just 1 row of my double crochet. In case you're working 2 rows, probably you work this, you are going to be adding a normal yarn with this so that you'll be able to see your stitches, because with this yarn your stitches are quite invisible, like you can hardly see them. So I think I'm just going to be working just 1 row just for the trim. So I'll chain up 2, 1, 2. That's my first double crochet. So I'll go into the next stitch, which is this. Work my double, okay, work my double crochet. Then I'll go into the next, my double crochet, to the next, work my double crochet, to the next one again. So I'll just go ahead and work my double crochet around into all the stitches. So go ahead and work your edging too. So I'm here at the end of my round, so I'll just go ahead and slip stitch into where I started, chain 1 and cut my yarn. So still working with my 4 yarn, I'm going to make a slip knot. Now enter any of my single crochet. I'm going to be hiding this end as I work. So I'll go ahead and chain 2. I'll stand for my first double crochet. So I'll go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, and then I'll go into the next with another double crochet. Then I'll go into the next stitch with a double crochet, just like that. I'll go into the next, which is this, with another. So that's just the pattern for this sleeve. 1 double crochet into all the stitches. So when you're done with this, you slip stitch, cut your yarn, and repeat the same thing for the other sleeve. Then I'll come back and show you how to do the neckline. So here is what my dress looks like after working my sleeves. This is what we have. So working the neckline, I'm going to be finishing off with my 4 yarn, the same yarn. I'm going to attach at the edge here. I'll be working single crochet round. So right inside the stitch, try and put to my, okay, I think the yarn is quite too big to go into this inside the stitch, so I'll just go the back of the stitch like that. Then inside this corner, make a single crochet right into the stitches. I'll just work my regular single crochet. So I'll go ahead, work my single crochet round slip stitch, then cut off. So after doing that, make sure you hide your hands. So I'll just come back and show you the finished look and the little bow I'll be adding to it. So I have my neckline done, my sleeves. This is what the dress is looking like right now. Look at that beauty. So practically right now our dress is ready. The next step is quite optional. I have this bow done already in color black, so I'll be adding that somewhere around here, just a little touch on our dress right here. So I'll grab my glue and attach my ribbon. So guys, our dress is ready. I attached my bow already. Like I said, it is quite optional. So here is what we have. Our little dress is ready. Thank you so much for riding with me till the very end. Like, I really appreciate, and thank you so much for the support and the messages and the comments and the likes. And thank you again for subscribing to the channel. If you are not yet a subscriber, please click on the subscribe button and join the family. Thank you once again, and see you in my next video. Bye.